Well, I certainly hope. I hope it's a benefit.
What you just played for me didn't scare me. It doesn't scare me. The fact that it is artificial intelligence. Mm-hmm. What is intelligence? Just by virtue of what it is. So it's learning things that we can't explain. It's intelligence. That's what intelligence is.
I think we're using this word in a weird way, the word scared. Because I don't think that it's scared like I'm scared of wolves. It's not that kind of scared. It's scared like,
that will be totally...
I realize where this is going. And it might not even be in our lifetime. But you didn't describe
a good place.
Well, it's not a good place for us, but maybe it's a good place for the universe. Maybe
Do you invest in Bitcoin?
For life.
Do you invest in Bitcoin?
I've got some Bitcoin.
Okay.
So but that's not what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking about maybe this is what happens with intelligence everywhere. That maybe intelligence realizes there's limitations to biology, and biological evolution is very time consuming. It takes a long time to get adaptation, for things to change. It takes decades. It takes centuries. It takes thousands of years. But this could happen in weeks and hours and minutes, and especially if it knows how to make a better version.
And you don't think that's scary, what you just proclaimed.
You keep saying scary. I do. It's just the thing that's happening. And I think
we children.
We will continue to exist. But I feel like this was inevitable. Just like there's inevitable things that happen in nature that we don't want to admit. You don't want to say they're scary. They're just inevitable. Like I watched a bear the other day climb a tree and steal an eagle out of its nest, and then eat the eagle. And people were looking at it like, wow, this is crazy. Like they were filming this thing happening.
Right.
But that's not scary.
That's nature.
That's nature. I think this is nature too. I think this is nature. It's just nature in a different realm. It's in the realm of this intelligent individual that manipulates its environment and makes things more convenient until it loses all need to be primal, all connection to the primal world, and then eventually adopts this intelligence as intelligence of its own. It eventually integrates with whatever artificial general intelligence is, because to not have it, you would not be able to compete. If Neuralink or something similar to that connects you to artificial general intelligence in your own mind at any given time, that's going to be the option that most people take. Just like it's the option that we take, we choose shoes or no shoes. Most people pick shoes because they're better, and you're going to pick that because that's better. It's a better way of existing. You're gonna have far more access to information. If you want to be productive, you're going to be far more productive. You'll be far more intelligent and informed. And I think just like your phone does that for you now, or your computer does that for you now, eventually it will be a part of you.
Then I totally agree. I was misinterpreting your lilt on it.
It's scary. Yeah. Because it's an unknown. I mean, this is a wild time to be a human being. To be a person like you and I who grew up without the internet. We remember when answering machines were crazy. Like, whoa, this is nuts. Right. You remember when caller ID? Oh, my God, Mike's calling. Look at that. This is nuts.
You're absolutely right. But, and had you told me that even what this phone is that we're carrying existed, I'm older than you, I didn't know there would be something where, aside from this couple of minutes that you and I are sitting around communicating, I can't tell you how many hours a day I sit and just stare at that phone. And and whether every possible platform, it's really, if you want to look at the negative, it's really depersonalized my life. And I can do a lot
of people's lives.
Yeah, and a lot. So you could look at the negative, but then I also look at I have access. Mm-hmm. It opened up a world to me without even leaving my room. And my own mental health issues are, I don't want to leave my room. Well, now, unlike Howard Hughes, I'm not blocked out. I could see everything. I could talk to everybody. I can educate myself. I can be productive. I can learn. I could post. I can do everything from this little tablet that I have in my hand. So for me, it's actually a better.
Well, that right there is all the good. That's the pros. Yeah, there's a lot of pros.
And there are a lot of cons. But it just
depends on the individual, of course, right? For you, it seems like a godsend in a lot of ways, because it's providing you with a way to do what you love to do without having to do the things you hate about it.
And listen, I don't have a choice. We have to embrace. I can't stop AI. I can't. None of us can.
No, that's how I feel too.
So I have to force myself, as somebody who told you that my mental leanings are negative. I have to force myself in order to survive. Yeah. I have to force myself to take the positive and just try to, spend my life trying to make other people smile and giggle, which in turn makes me smile and giggle.
Sure, that's a beautiful skill. I mean, the ability to do that, like, I've been doing stand-up for more than 30 years. I still love watching it. I still love it. I still love laughing. It's still my favorite art form to be an audience member. Like, if someone good is in town and I'm around, I'll come see them when they're in town. I want to see. I love it. I love comedy.
Laughter is, they say, the best medicine. And, unless you have explosive diarrhea, I would imagine that's really better. But also, you can't hold it in with a laugh. But, it is tried and proven. They say, if you're feeling really down, even if you force a smile, there are some endorphins that are released into you. So if you can receive that, through entertainment and art, or you can share that through your, artistry. That is a real high for,
most certainly. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing that we get to do, man. We're really, really, really lucky. In terms of like one of the most rewarding things to do, challenging but very rewarding. It's one of the most rewarding things you could do. You make people feel better. They leave. They're well,
that's why I say, on AGT, there's a lot of comics that say they don't want to come on because they feel like they'll be judged or they're not put in a good place. And I always say, you got to come on, because in any given episode, 6 million people watch live. We have 1 billion clicks a year on YouTube. Don't predicate how you do based on me, Heidi, Sophia, Simon, even that room of 1,000 people. Millions are watching, and it's so subjective. If you really believe that you have art that you want to share, where else are you going to get that platform? Any stage time you can get, any camera time you can get, you just got to do it. And
it's interesting too, because it's kind of the old school variety style.